Hey everybody, welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. We played both games just now, the Dungeons and the Dragons, and the players are still in Neverland, and they are walking through the jungle. Throat's a little dry from playing, because I had to do a lot of talking. So they are walking through the jungle, and I decided to take a page out of Bob Worldbuilder's book, and I created this. It's probably reflected in the screen so that you can't actually see, but it's 2d6 encounter table. I wonder if there's a way. Well, no, I'm not going to worry about trying to mirror the screen. But it's got Peter Pan and the Lost Boys, Pirates and the Mermaid, Duck Regents, Pirates, Crocodile Spawn, Lost Boys, Monstera Tree Frogs, Gliding Dragons, Lost Boys, and Pixie, or Captain Hook and some pirates, right? So it's got several different types of encounters, and because the players have a goal of trying to kill Peter Pan, Captain Hook and the pirates are sort of the natural allies. You know, that's how it has panned out. And so I had Captain Hook and some pirates on there, but I knew going into it that no matter what happened, they were going to meet Peter Pan, or they were going to meet Captain Hook as the last thing that we did. Like, we ended the session with them talking to Captain Hook, and the reason is because I wanted to get them in contact with Captain Hook so that they can, you know, start assuming they actually want to kill they actually want to kill Peter Pan. This campaign is probably not going to go on beyond the school year, right? Like, probably like the last, you know, I'm probably going to say like, hey, we need to play we need to play D&D every Thursday instead of just every other Thursday for the rest of the school year, so we can actually attempt to get to a place where you guys are capable of fulfilling your goal, because you want to kill Peter Pan. So, you know, that's we got to make it happen if we're going to make it happen, right? So it's got to, you know, we got to actually put some time in. So I wanted to, you know, get them in contact with Captain Hook, and you know, I love Captain Hook. Let me get another drink of water so I can actually do this voice. So my Captain Hook is heavily inspired by the movie Hook. All right. So at one point they expressed that they were fighting the Lost Boys. So Captain Hook said, "Ah, bless you, child, good form, because the Lost Boys want to get rid of me, and after all, what would the world be like without Captain Hook?" Right? So that's Captain Hook, and they love him immediately because, you know, I'm playing him very charismatically, right? I'm playing him crazy. I'm going all out playing Captain Hook. So they love Captain Hook immediately. And next session we'll pick up with probably like, you know, let's establish some goals. Let's actually, you know, let's make a plan. If this was a normal game, no way are they going to be able to kill Peter Pan. But because that's their goal, and because I want them to actually have fun, I'm going to have the pirates give the players a quest so that they can go get some XP. We have one player that has been to every session, so they're level 3. They just got their roguish archetype. We have one player who literally brings a new character every single time they come to a session. They just refuse to bring the same character sheet, so, you know, they are level 2 because I said, okay, level up to level 2. Like, if you keep bringing a new character, you're never going to get past level 1. And then we have another character who's missed a couple sessions, so they're close to level 3, but not quite. And then we have some other people who don't show up all the time, so their characters are level 2, but not much higher. And so I want the pirates to be able to give the party some quests and say, hey, you know, go do this, you know, go farm some XP killing crocodile spawn, right? Or go farm some XP hunting down pixies, or, you know, here, so the Lost Boys are always here. Go farm some XP killing Lost Boys, right? Although technically the players don't know this, but you're watching the campaign diary, so you get to have some secrets. The Lost Boys can't die, right? In Neverland, no child can be actually killed. They get sort of poofed away to basically the mini Feywild that it's inside Neverland. So they're protected, right? So the Lost Boys are not technically getting killed. Peter Pan is not a lost boy, okay? So Peter Pan can actually be killed, and then probably like the Lost Boys will have like a spell broken on them so that they are no longer mindless pirate killing machines. And it was really fun. You know, when the players are, you know, they show up and there's Lost Boys, and the Lost Boys are like, oh, sorry, that is my alarm. Probably gonna have to cut that part out of the video so that I don't get copyright dinged. So anyway, it was really fun playing the Lost Boys because the players would try and say, you know, like, oh, like, you know, we don't have to fight. And the Lost Boys would say, well, you're grown-ups. All grown-ups are pirates. Kill all pirates, right? And so that was really fun. I had a lot of fun playing it. So what did we do in the session? They fought they fought 2 Lost Boys. And I had just 2 Lost Boys because it was 1d4 Lost Boys, and they rolled a 2. And then I had 2 cool magic items that I was like, I really want the players to have these. I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just give them to these 2 Lost Boys, right? So they fought the 2 Lost Boys. They got the magic items, and of course they destroyed the Lost Boys, right? The Lost Boys are not difficult, right? They're minions to Peter Pan. So if you get enough of them, yeah, they could be a challenge, but you know, they're not difficult to destroy, right? Their AC is 13. Their HP is, I actually have a little card here with Lost Boy stats on it. Yeah, AC 13. Normal HP is 15, although some of them I gave 10 HP instead. And you know, they just have a normal spear attack or a bow attack. And then, you know, and they fly. The Lost Boys can fly. So if the tide of battle is turning against them, they can always peace out, you know, and live to fight another day. Although technically they always live to fight another day because they can come back, right? So they fought some Lost Boys. Then they made it to the river. And in the river, I had them roll the 2d6 encounters. Okay, I had them roll in this chart. They got a 5, which was roll twice. And the next result they got was an 8, which is 1d4 Lost Boys, and a 5. So I said, okay, roll twice again. And so then they got a 7, which is 1d4 Crocodile Spawn, and a 10, which is 1d4 Gliding Dragons. So Lost Boys, Gliding Dragons, Crocodile Spawn. That's like insanely deadly encounter if all of those are attacking the players. There's no way they're coming out of that alive. Like it's impossible. So I decided, you know what? Let's roll D percentile for whether or not a creature is non-combatant. And I decided the Lost Boys are trying to capture the Crocodile Spawn, so they're going to attack the players, but not all of them are going to attack the players. The Crocodile Spawn were hostile to the PCs, right, because of the D percentile roll. And so some of them were going to attack the PCs, but I figured not all of them because the Lost Boys are going to be trying to capture them. And so, of course, the Crocodiles are going to be trying to get away. And then the Gliding Dragons were non-combatant. And so I was like, okay, I'm just going to toss that part of the encounter. I'm not even going to have them because that's too many pieces to try and track. And they're not going to fight anyway. And so my takeaway is I'm going to replace roll twice with something else because like having it come up twice, so now we've got 3 different things going on. That's absolute madness, right? So they have this encounter at the river. They're fighting crocodiles. They're fighting Lost Boys, and they're going. And what's funny is that the monk character, who is his brand new character, a brand new monk. He brought a brand new character sheet, so it's a monk now. The monk character kept trying to say, like, hey, like, don't attack me and I won't attack you, right? Like a non-aggression pact, right? And the Lost Boys kept attacking him, and he kept, like, you know, flurry of blows, pounding him into dust. Technically, he pounds them into a fine mist that, you know, poofs away, and there's a tinkling of bells as the Lost Boy is transported to the Feywild to safety. And he kept trying to say, and so finally I just told him, like, dude, you're a grown-up. The Lost Boys' core philosophy is all grown-ups are pirates, and we need to kill all pirates. They are never going to not attack you. And I was like, now it's fine. Like you can absolutely role play. You know, if you don't attack me, I won't attack you. You can absolutely do that. There's nothing wrong with that. I just want you to understand the reason they are ignoring you is because their core philosophy is kill all pirates, right? And so he was like, oh, like, you know, Peter Pan and the Lost Boys, it's a cult. You know, that's kind of that's why the party wants to kill Peter Pan, is because their perception, based on, I think one of their friends was in a play and played Peter Pan, and they were like, oh wow, like they're playing it like a cult leader. So of course, you know, their perception, because none of them have, I don't think any of them have ever watched the cartoon Peter Pan. Probably none of them have ever watched Hook. I can almost guarantee none of them have even read the books. Some of them probably don't even know there are books, right? So, what I told them is, whatever you know about Peter Pan, whatever you, the player, know about Peter Pan, that's what your character knows about Peter Pan. You've heard stories, you've heard legends, right? So that's what they know. And I'm like, you know what? Cool. Like, set them up. Let's play. Right? Peter Pan's a cult leader. I can roll with that. I don't care. Like, you know, I'm there. I have fun when the players have fun. They're having fun. So they kill, or they don't kill all of the Lost Boys. I think 2 of the Lost Boys got away. They didn't actually end up killing any of the crocodile spawn. All of the crocodile spawn were like, this meal is too much. I'm out. Any of the crocodile spawn that got attacked left with 2 hit points, right? And they have, what is it? They have, I gave them 15 HP, I think. Or no, I gave them 12 HP, right? So I gave, like, my card says 24 HP, but that seemed like a ton. And so I gave them 12 HP because, you know, they're still young crocodile spawn. And so all of them that got attacked, literally every single one of them that got attacked, they got attacked once, and they ended up with 2 HP. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, they're going to peace out, right? They have less than 50% of their hit points. They're a wild animal. They're going to peace out. So they defeated the Lost Boys. They defeated the crocodile spawn. So now they're sitting pretty on the edge of the river, and they're kind of like, you know, probably feeling pretty good about themselves. And then through the forest, they hear, and so they hear this tune being whistled, and the rogue has the actor feet, right? They're a variant human. They've got the actor feet. So they're like, oh, can I listen for like a minute and then start mimicking it? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, like they're like, you hear it like coming through the trees, you know, and you hear it for a while before these people show up. And then I also described how they started to hear like a chanting of like, hook, hook, follow the hook, 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 give us the hook. I need some more water. I'm very dry mouth after DMing. So they hear this chanting, and the rogue is like, can I hear the chant? Can I mimic the chanting? Yeah, absolutely. Excuse me. So they hear, you know, they're mimicking this chanting, hook, hook, follow the hook. And then they see Captain Hook is striding. He's striding out of the woods. You know, he's striding out of the jungle, through the jungle. He's being followed by pirates, and he's got, you know, his hook, and he's got his hand, and he's sort of like directing the choir, and he's like walking. And then the first thing Captain Hook said, you know, and they were like, oh, it's Captain Hook, right? You know, they barely know who Captain Hook is. They got excited for Captain Hook, so that's fun. You know, they're excited to have a PC. Sorry, there was a sound outside. And first thing Captain Hook says is, looks like there was a battle. What were you fighting? Right? So immediately, you know, I'm trying to immediately telegraph, you know, this is not a combat encounter, right? This is a role play encounter. I want you guys to talk to Captain Hook. And so they do, and they start going back and forth. And they're, you know, talking about killing the Lost Boys, and Captain Hook's excited by that. And yeah, like they connect with Captain Hook. They're connecting with the pirates. They're excited. Now they're going to start learning some of the inner workings of Neverland, right? Because they have like a high-level NPC, basically, that is there, that is going to start being sort of their patron for the next couple of sessions. So yeah, that's exciting. I'm excited. That was the session, right? It was pretty straightforward. We only play for about 2.5-ish hours at a time. Well, actually, we play from roughly 3:30 till 5. Is that only an hour and a half? Well, I mean, technically, we can play until 5:30, but rarely do we actually end up playing. So about an hour and a half, right? I felt like we packed a lot of D&D into an hour and a half, especially because we got some role play. The next session is going to start with role play, and I'm doing everything I can to speed up combat because I don't want it to be a slog, because I feel like it eats up a lot of time, and we only have a short amount of time until, like, oh, hey, I got a text, mom's here, I got to go, right? And so I'm trying to speed. So if you have tips on speeding up combat, absolutely leave them in the comments. I know some tips already, but just in case there's a new dungeon master who doesn't know the tips, leave your tips in the comments for how to speed up combat, how to make combat, maybe fun and interesting. So anyway, yeah, that's the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you've watched until this point, share this video, or there's another campaign diary, which I feel like was a forever ago video because of how long ago we played. But yeah, I wanted to share the experience with you guys because it was so fun, and I feel like it's helpful to hear other people's experience when you're playing D&D. So there you go. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you all in the next video.